All right, cool. Yo, check this out. I got my boy Gwhiz, aka the Grand Wizard. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys though, man. Like me, Mikey-Ice, living in Madera, California. When I would see G on Alpha Fame tapes though, bro, I used to get pumped because I thought to myself like, I know this dude though, man. And honestly, in the b-boy world, especially for the West Coast, especially for LA, like G deserves that respect though, bro. Like this dude was nonstop. He would battle anybody. I'm talking about anybody, bro. I seen him in New York, Miami, all over the world, So I feel like I've been wanting to do this for a while. My first YouTube channel. Everybody knows that I'm a historian though, when I hear people always tell me, like, what's up, Mikey? Like, I know you always get the old school stuff, but like let's do something new. So we got something brand new right here. Yo, G Wiz, what you been up to, man? Let the people know, like, what you been up to the last 5 years out here in LA.
Man, past 5 years, I haven't really been doing nothing. 9 to 5 in it, living life. Uh, 9 to 5, man. That's about it. You know,
I see.
moving on to a new chapter in my life right now, and about to you know turn 39 Tuesday, getting close to 40. Shit ain't the 90s no more, but we out here.
Right. Yo, G, I remember we was talking before I wanted to do this interview and you told me that you like the way that the new B-boys are like dancing though. Can you explain why? Like what's your interpretation of what you really like about today?
I mean, what I've seen lately,
Yes.
is just it looks like these kids, you know what I mean. This generation just really enjoying themselves, and that's really what this dance is about. Is being able to express yourself as your own person, and these kids look like they enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? There's a lot of confidence in in a lot of these dancers, and having the confidence in their dance also gives them the confidence in life.
Right.
And I think that's one big thing I like about this generation of kids. It's a lot of successful human beings out there, people making moves on the outside, besides just on the dance floor and stuff.
True. Gee, so even for my records though, bro, like when did you actually start getting into like breaking like the year? Because I heard people would say I started in 90, I started in 93. I want to know like when you first seen it and who was the first dude that inspired you? Maybe Jash?
I mean, I first seen breaking like in the early '80s. In LA, I had a cousin named Little John who
Ooh,
would break out here. He later passed away in a car accident. Rest in peace, John Bajorquez.
okay.
But he showed me breaking, going to the LA street scene back in the day, like in the middle of downtown. It was just like street would be blocked off, and it'd just be like a street festival, music, games, booths, families, and just crews everywhere as a kid. You know,
Who was some of the crews that you seen? Because I remember people would have their crew in the back like Goof Troop,
I could
101
I couldn't
Breakers.
even tell you back then.
Okay.
I just remember being a kid, like in like 8, 9 years old, and seeing it. That was like seeing it, not knowing what it is. It was on the breakdancing tip. Not
Right.
to like high school, '96. Um, just hanging out with like local party crews and doing house parties. We would break, and we'd be part of a crew called East LA's Madness. And
Ooh.
um, from there we would go to house parties, just backyard boogies, house music and shit. Not really even hip hop, so still wasn't b-boying.
Was this the time when DJ Irene was on the radio?
DJ Irene type shit, Richard Humphrey Vision, all
Street Beat Magazine.
Street Beat Magazine, all that '90s house party shit. We would run into a couple guys at break. You know,
Yo, G, I was gonna ask you, have you ever heard of a crew from the Valley called JAC?
JAC, nah,
Just another crew. They're
never,
from Pacoima.
never heard them.
Okay, okay.
Never heard of that.
Yo, G, I always wanted to tell you this, man. I remember like one of the times that I would come to LA. We didn't really know each other too well, but I remember going to this battle and it was Abstract Flavor versus Soul Control. Yo, and I remember You came out. No, Tyrell came out on his roller skates, and you walked to the middle of the floor, and you said, "Give me the mic, give me the mic," and you said, "Come on, tiny roller."
Tiny roller. It was just crazy at that time. You know, that was a crazy time. I don't remember if that was radio. If that was one of the
It
Radiotron.
was
It
Radiotron
was,
Soul Control versus Abstract Flavor,
yeah,
and Tyrell did the TikTok flares.
that was in Linwood, and that's when he came out with the roller blades, and then he did the stop and go flares opposite each in each direction. He did one flare one way, stopped in the back, held it, and went back into the flare in the other way. But you know, he was coming out in rollerblades and like some JJ Fast shorts, so it was just kind of a trip to see that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
People bringing out props later on. You know what I mean? As I grew a little older, a little wiser, I thought to think. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it was kind of smart. You know what I mean? Because if you bring something out that someone else can't top, because they didn't think to bring something with them too for a battle, then hey, you're just 1 point ahead, and you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it's
Yo,
cool.
cool. Yo, G, check this out too. I remember like living in Madeira, back in like 98, and somebody called me from Miami, and it was like G's in the final against